Purity culture is infiltrating Gen Z. Using the word infiltrate is actually kind of crazy. I'm not the purity police. Whenever it comes to people, just in general, people gonna do what they want to do. People gonna be who they want to be. However, I don't feel like if it became like a trend to be pure, that it would be bad. It would actually probably help the society as a whole. Honestly, if that was the case, I would honestly believe that the world is healing itself. But let's get into the vid and let's see what's going on with purity and it infiltrating Gen Z. Also, I want to preface this by saying these are my humble opinions. I know we're getting into a sticky area. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling girls what to do. Or men, you know. I don't know what the video about fully. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into the vid.
By the way, nobody cares that you're staying home for Halloween, fully dressed, handing out candy because you're someone's future wife.
Staying inside, fully dressed, handing out candy with my mom because my future husband doesn't deserve someone going out half dressed. That's her prerogative. She can say what she's doing. I'm not gonna lie. That's how she feel. And whatever husband that she decides to get with, he is going to appreciate that she didn't do that. Why? Because she's looking for a husband that appreciates that she didn't do that. You feel me? So ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't think.
Literally, shut up. Your husband's at the function doing body shots, so.
As the old mantra goes,
in girl world, Halloween is the one night a year when a girl can dress like a total slut and no other girls can say anything about it.
But no, seriously, what is this trend lately of people constantly trying to rain on women's parade? And this fixation on what women are wearing. I'm noticing there's this shift of the culture starting to lean more conservative, at least in certain pockets of the internet. And it's leading to this very interesting new purity culture.
Why is Gen Z so goddamn Puritan? Why are you 20 years old wearing Loro Piana suede loafers?
Because of a theory called a hemline.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Hold up. Interesting. This is kind of odd, I'm not gonna lie. Because if I saw a dude and he posted online, he says, "Oh, I'm staying inside giving candy out with my mom and my family because my wife wouldn't be going out, so I don't want to be going out." You know what I'm saying? Half naked. I'll be like, shout out to brother. You know what I'm saying? Do your big one. You gonna find a great wife one day. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't feel, I wouldn't feel any type of way about a dude saying that. But hey, I'm a dude. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a dude, I guess. I don't fucking know. That it's kind of odd though. If somebody wants to be more pure, how does interesting. I don't know.
Index. The hemline index states that when the economy is doing well, skirts get shorter, and when it's doing bad, skirts get longer. Here's an example. So everyone knows the flappers of the 1920s, but did you know that they were a direct response to the Gibson girl? The Gibson girl was the aesthetic of the women in the 1890s. She wore a corset and had an itty-bitty waist. She was demure and modest. She was upper class, educated, but ultimately wanted to be a wife. Now, what was going on during the 1890s to have brought up this aesthetic? Oh, interesting. Now, the flappers were the exact opposite of the Gibson girl. Short hair, loose dresses that didn't cinch at the waist and allowed for mobility. Itty-bitty skirts that allowed for dancing, and God, did they dance and party and make out. What was going on during the 1920s? Oh, interesting.
Today,
Okay, I can kind of see that, honestly, because they also say, they said hard times make strong men, and strong men make good times make weak men, and weak men make hard times, and the cycle continues. The same shit could be going for women. You know what I'm saying? Hard times makes more pure women, and more pure women build more families, and more families and good society make unpure women, and an unpure, they not the same. They not the same. Kinda, a little bit, because when times are hard, it seems like women look for husbands. When times are easy, women don't look for husbands.
As we know, is Halloween. Welcome back to Boss Girlified. It is your girl Tima, and I am so in a rush right now. While I get ready, I wanted to talk to you guys about this uptick in purity culture that we've been noticing across the board. And I think now it got kind of like, all right, y'all, like now everyone's on board with it, because it's like, y'all are ruining the fun. When the hell has Halloween become so policed? It's Halloween. And there's this trend too of course, people being so fixated on what women and young girls are doing. Now, if you saw my last video, you know we already kind of touched on that, but I want to touch on it in the sense of adulthood, because of course this trend of policing girlhood transfers over into adulthood. So basically the internet has been clowning on this girl, okay, but let's talk about it, because there are surprisingly quite a few people that have this outlook on Halloween. This is the TikTok that started this whole controversy and conversation. So as you guys can see, the overlay reads, "What are you doing for Halloween? Staying inside fully dressed, handing out candy, cause my future husband wouldn't want somebody going out half dressed."
That's fucked up. You did not need to give her no country bumpkin. You know what I'm saying? She going against the grain. Let her live. Let her live.
Eyelashes, blank stare.
Where do we even start? I kind of want to touch a little bit on this sudden disdain for going out, right? And outside culture.
Okay.
When I feel like even when I was growing up, going out to clubs and stuff was more just about having a good time. But now it seems like there's this disdain for going out.
Yo, when did going out like get so frowned upon? Like, I swear when I was younger, like, it was cool to like go to parties, go to clubs, go to bars. And it's like now, like if you go out, like you're a hoe or you're like a delinquent, alcoholic, loser. Like, when did that happen? I'm just trying to figure out like when this Great Depression of going out happened.
And I think a big part of it has to do with,
I think it's also when the economy started going downhill. You know what I'm saying? When the economy good, everybody go out, spend money, live life. Live, laugh, love, you know what I mean? But when the economy start going down and money start getting a little tighter, the live, laugh, love don't really sit on you the same, you know what I mean? So, hey, maybe it's just haters that don't want you to go out. Because honestly, I don't feel that at all. But then again, that's proximity. You know what I'm saying? It's all about proximity. I don't feel like people are, downing people for going out. If you go out every single weekend, if you've been out for the last 4 weekends in a row, that's a little odd. You know what I'm saying? Because why you stay going out getting drunk every weekend? But live life, I guess.
Cringe culture, but I think that's a whole nother aspect of this conversation. But I think another manifestation of this disdain for going out, specifically when it comes to girls going out, getting dressed up, and doing what one does on Halloween, is purity culture. The crazy thing is too, at least when I was growing up, a lot of people found their partners from going out. I mean, my mom and dad met at a club. I feel like that's kind of what, like, the husbands are outside too. I fear. And you...
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the wives are outside too. I fear. The wives are out there too. You know what I mean? So, hey, it's just, I feel, honestly, I don't mind a girl going out, having fun with her friends, drinking. Getting too drunk is a little dangerous. Like, I wouldn't want my girl going out and just getting like fucking wasted, because it's just dangerous. I feel like that's a big part of not necessarily the policing, because I feel like girls should be able to wear whatever they want, do whatever they want, honestly. But it's a lot more dangerous for women going out compared to men. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the sense of something bad happening to them You know what I'm saying? But it's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I should be able to wear whatever I want. Yes, you should be able to wear whatever you want. However, the bad people are still out there also. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh, well, stop the bad people. If we knew who all the bad people was, they would probably be stopped. You know what I mean? We don't know who the bad people are. You could be the bad person. You could be a bad person. You know what I'm saying? You could be half naked, go to a dude crib, drug him, to death. He faints, pass out, dies, and you steal all his shit and go home. You could be the bad person for all we know. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
Who, as a young woman, are so fixated on pleasing a man that you don't, first of all, you don't even know if he's going to exist, let alone doesn't even exist in your life yet, is very, very concerning.
And this is why we need to make sure they're not trying to get us off of our game and dependent on a man, because the girls are working on our financial literacy. Any of us who have
W-ad.
are doing on a holiday. Yes, the thin brow Tima is back, y'all. I also never understood this whole thing. Well, I do understand it. It's just not my cup of tea. Of this whole climate of focusing so much on women. It's never about men, and it's never like all of the conversation is always about policing women.
Young women need to do a much better job of saving themselves for marriage. They need to prioritize purity again. You should try to find their husband before they're 25.
What about the guys, Charlie? Well, you forget about the guys. What about the guys? It's just women participating in this premarital sex thing that you're talking about, huh? It's all on them.
He right. He's spitting. He right. You know what I'm saying? He right. Dude's doing the same shit. You take two to tango. You know what I mean? Right.
All the responsibility, like everything else that men like you try to pawn off on women.
We don't ever hear anyone complain, and I don't complain. I don't even pay attention to how much article of clothing someone has on. The first thing my mind goes to as someone who loves fashion is, did they throw that shit on or did they not? That's it, really. That's it. Like, I love going out and seeing people's creative ass costumes, and that's the only thing I'm thinking of. I've always found it weird whenever the first comment or whenever the first thing that someone pays attention to is how much of an article of clothing you have on. It's never, this type of rhetoric is never directed towards men.
I'm so serious when I say I do not care about modesty. Not even a little. Because I personally think it's a product of purity culture that's meant to keep women small. And also, our clothes are not the problem. The way we dress is not the problem. It's the way that men think and the way that men view women. So maybe instead of policing what women wear, maybe focus on the way that men treat women and the way they see us. It's not our fault that men see us that way.
I can't even count.
I can agree with that. Can't agree. You know what I'm saying? However, what is the answer to that? I don't know what the answer is. In Europe or these other countries, they be going to the beach, butt booty naked. Everybody always naked. Dudes wearing Speedos, meat hanging all out. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if we went to that, human bodies would become more normalized. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're at a point where human bodies aren't as normalized, or specifically women's bodies. Let's treat women's bodies how we treat men's bodies. Shorties, you can walk around shirtless too. Screw it. I'm not gonna lie. If that's what happened for the first probably damn there decade, it would be fucking weird as shit. You know what I'm saying? First decade gonna be weird as shit. But after we get past that, it's gonna be all normal. You know what I'm saying? I think. But I don't think that's an answer that people want, honestly. I don't know what the true answer is to not sexualize women's bodies. I think that's what I would say. Normalize it. You know what I'm saying? I think what over-sexualized women's bodies more than anything is the sex industry. That's what over-sexualized women's bodies. You know what I'm saying? Because growing up, you see porn, you see a woman's body, they're always clothed, and then you see on porn, they're not clothed. It's a nasty, nasty time. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, it's like, oh, women have clothes on, you know, not nasty time. Women, do you watch porn? It's kind of like these certain things that are always covered. When they're not covered, you know, it's sexualized. You know what I mean? So then when you start getting super close to not being covered, it becomes more sexualized than if it was completely covered. However, like the girl said, you being covered won't protect you from, you know, a bad person just because there's bad people. But anywho.
How many times I've seen men with like Speedo costumes or like not wearing a shirt on Halloween. Like, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. You don't hear anybody have any discourse. There's never any discourse about what men are wearing, especially when it comes to something as fun as Halloween. That's our time. That's our moment to shine, to throw that shit on. What if we just simply want to serve cunts? Because big shocker, not everything is about a man. That saying that misery loves company is constantly being proven correct on the internet every single day. Most secure people, they don't really pay attention to what other people are doing, nor do they have a need to feel superior to other people, because they already feel secure in themselves. They're not even comparing to other people. So for you to put out some type of like statement like that, it's definitely very telling of the psychology of a person like this. There's
But is it more okay.
Nothing wrong with being more modest. Like, if you want to be more modest, that's totally fine. If that's just your speed, that's more your speed. But where a lot of people have a problem with this whole purity culture thing, especially on the internet as of late, is this moral superiority complex that they have. They think that staying inside makes them better. If you really read between the
moral superiority complex. I wouldn't necessarily call it a complex, because if someone is morally superior than you, they're just morally superior than you. She stayed inside on Halloween. She's probably more morally superior than me, morally superior than you watching this right now. You know what I'm saying? And she stayed inside because she wanted to, because she wants to be a wife before she's a wife, which is not a problem at all. And her posting it isn't necessarily a problem either. Yeah. If someone is morally superior than you, they're just morally superior than you. That doesn't give them a complex. Unless she posted that video and she just doesn't live by that at all. You know, then she's just being a hypocrite. But if she actually lives by that, she is actually more morally superior than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? She's probably not in certain, you know, spaces and scenarios and such, but staying inside and handing out candy to children that are going out for Halloween compared to going to the club for Halloween and, you know, like she said, being half naked and turning up, partying, and getting drunk, that is morally superior. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm just a man. You know what I mean?
Lines, what this girl was saying, that my husband doesn't deserve someone who's going out. So basically she's saying that people who go out half dressed, which again is a weird metric to measure when it comes to Halloween, something as fun as Halloween, those women are less than her, because she is staying inside.
Saying I dress modestly because I respect myself is just purity culture dressed up as a personality trait, and it reinforces the idea that a woman's worth is tied to how palatable she can be for others. Who said that?
And again, there is nothing wrong with wanting to be more modest. That's fine. But the projection onto other people is what makes it very, very odd.
Hold up. Hold up. Look, y'all. Don't kill me in the comments, bruh. Don't kill me in the comments. But is this video not that exactly? Is that girl that just made the video, oh, that's just purity culture and it got you in a headlock and, you know what I'm saying, ew. Is that not her projecting to other people that they shouldn't be dressing modestly? Okay.
Behavior. And I feel like a lot of this type of content is going to become more normalized thanks to Red Pill, and even like the female version of Red Pill. And I actually wanted to talk about this in a future video. Luna came to hang out with me while I get ready. Aren't you just the cutest dog in the world? I think the girls are starting to wake up and realize, like, yeah, if there is Red Pill content, there's probably the complete opposite, which the opposite would be the likes of like Shira 7, Those Are Liz, and so on and so forth. But with that specific type of content, I've even heard the rhetoric of like, what's classy? One earring is enough, and it reinforces this purity culture. And I think that that's why a lot of people are starting to shift more into that conservative ideology and making a lot of things about men very male-centered. I don't think a majority of women are even considering what a man will think about their outfit.
But at the same time, if I go out, right? If I'm single, I go out, I get dressed. I'm dressing for women. I don't care. I don't care what dudes talking about. I don't care about no niggas. I'm dressing for women, period. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But on the other side, it's like dressing to look good for men is like, ew, nasty, disgusting. She talked about it earlier. She said, why is it always about what women are wearing? Or why is it always about women when it comes to like men? Or in this case, the girl's video talking about, women and what they're wearing and what they're doing. When it comes to men are usually more inclined to talk about women, right? When it comes to women, they're usually more inclined to talk about men whenever it comes to, problems and things of that nature. I'll put it like this. If a gay man was to go online and talk shit about anybody, he would talk shit about men. Why? Because he likes men. You know what I'm saying? A straight woman would go online, talk shit about men. A gay woman would probably go online and say, these women out here talk shit about women. We're more inclined to talk about the things that we are looking for ultimately, we're more inclined to talk about things when there's a problem with the other side that you actually like. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I feel like I'm making sense here. But hey, who the fuck knows? Anywho.
They're just concerned with going out and having a good time. But yeah, I have been trying to figure out how I want to organize a video like that where it kind of talks about the female version of red pill content.
Men aren't wallets and women aren't prizes. I wrote a nearly 10,000 word Substack article on what I like to call the female red pill, or I guess the pink pill, where different creators or life coaches or dating coaches like the Wizard Liz or Shira7 convince women that they should trade their authorship for adornment, that they should engage in a dynamic where women become trophies and men are wallets and dating is basically a transactional market. And despite women being convinced through these rhetorically appealing narratives that this is empowering, this is liberation, but it's not. It's a rhetorical script that eventually breeds suspicion in the opposite gender. You constantly feel like you can't trust them, and it inevitably leads to a road of nihilism. And there's a reason why these rhetorics are so convincing. It's because these creators that espouse them and that propagate them are specifically manipulating them in a way to be more palatable. They launder misogyny through benevolent sexism. It's still patriarchy, it's still oppressive, it's still objectifying, but it just looks prettier.
Now, of course, when it comes to anything, there is a certain level of public decency that is to be.
Same way goes for the red pill, honestly. It makes women think like, do you really like me, or are, you trying to use me and trick me, and, you know what I'm saying? The same way goes for the men. Do you really like me? Are you trying to use me, trick me, take my monions? You know what I mean? So makes sense.
Just for the respect of people, and also like there's kids going to be out and stuff like that, But when it comes to Halloween, I have yet to see a costume that exceeds that level of public decency to where it's just disrespectful to everyone. You know what I mean? I'm sure there have been rare cases of that, but by half dressed, I'm pretty sure she's talking about costumes like. It's just so unnecessary because there is a time and a place for a certain time.
Nah. That's not what she's talking about at all. I don't think.
Cases of that. But by half dressed, I'm pretty sure she's talking about costumes like.
Yeah, no. These are pretty dressed costumes. I don't think these are half dressed. We know we're half dressed when we don't have to be so literal. Whenever we're saying half dressed, it's probably, I think it's a little more less dressed than this. And there are plenty of girls that are going out painting their titties, wearing underwear, but barely, and then just painting their whole body, they butt booty naked. Where is the line? I want to know. Where's the line where it's like, okay, this is too much? All these look normal to me. These are all chill. These are very, whenever it comes to Halloween costumes, I feel like these are very chill costumes right here. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think these are OD at all. But, hey, I don't know.
It's just so unnecessary because there is a time and a place for a certain type of attire. And I feel like it's been a well-known fact that Halloween is that time and that place, sister.
What is it like to wear a bikini? I feel like that's so just like weird.
What is happening with Gen Z? Why are they so weirded out with like the human body? Gen Z.
He just said, what's it feel like to wear a bikini? It would feel weird. It would feel weird to him because he never wore a bikini. So I can understand what he's saying, but let's see what bro's saying. You know what I'm saying? I guess I could understand what's the problem, what's weird about human body type-ish. Okay.
Creators talking about how it's so weird that women wear bikinis. Dude, you don't even want to go to Brazil. They literally wear thongs at the beach, bro. You go to Europe.
He didn't say, he said, I feel like it would be weird to wear a bikini. Bro's thinking about wearing bikinis. Bro has his mind in the wrong place, right? He's thinking about wearing bikinis and what it would feel like to be a bad bitch wearing bikinis. But he isn't saying it's weird that women wear bikinis. I don't think. And then again, I didn't watch the whole video. He just cut it right there and, you know, took it from there. So, hey, what the fuck do I know?
They're straight up naked in some instances. I was in Germany as an exchange student, and the first week I was there, my host father, a grown-ass man, got completely naked in front of me changing at the beach. It is a human body. For people to be, I don't know, the weird part is for you to be so obsessed with the fact that women are wearing bikinis. Just get over it, dude. Also goes on to say, like, oh, I'm wearing my board shorts, which it's not like boxers or anything. Yes, it is. Dude, I have seen guys wearing board shorts so tight, you can see the outline of their entire junk, dude. If you want to play that game, why are you showing your nipples? Why aren't you wearing a rash guard, bro? You should be covering up more. I don't know what's happening with Gen Z. Y'all are wearing like Puritan outfits out to the club. You guys got like the Little House on the Prairie dresses for the weekend. You guys wear like the baggiest clothing ever. I don't understand where this trauma came from. It is a human body. I mean, there's a difference from wearing something inappropriate, like way too much midriff at church, right? 100% situations where like certain outfits don't fit for the situation. Now Gen Z is starting to complain about bikinis, dude. What are you guys gonna wear? Like the burkinis? We're gonna go back to the 1920s when people would wear like the full bathing suits, like up to your neck, down to your ankles? I just find it strange. I find it very, very strange because it's a human body. Like, get over it, dude. We all have one. I think the weirder part is that Gen Z is so obsessed with it. Like, they haven't realized that we all have a body. Like, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. You shouldn't walk around being like trying to cover it up. Be proud of your body, dude. Some dude is gawking at you like at the beach. That is the weird part. If a guy is staring at you while you're in your bikini and being like, oh, what are you wearing there? That is fucking weird. That's what Gen Z needs to realize. It's not the wearing of the bikini. It's the weirdos that keep mentioning how weird it is that you're wearing a bikini.
Where have you been, girl? That's Halloween for you, sister. Oh,
Solid.
This girl. I really do hope that she has fun this Halloween instead of trying to please a man that she doesn't even know if she'll have in the future. She probably will, who knows, but like, life is a lot more important and a lot bigger than just a man. Ooh, this Huda Beauty powder, sister. This is perfect for like nighttime. Yeah, this whole superiority complex that comes with purity culture doesn't even make sense to me, because I would argue that the people that go out and see someone and don't really judge their personality based on what they're wearing are probably more morally superior than the people who are judging people based on what they wear. Because again, that's so subjective, and then also it's Halloween, that's kind of the time and place to do that.
That's solid.
It's just not very high level thinking, if you catch my drift. A whole other aspect of this that goes a lot deeper. It goes very deep, and I might sound very woke here, but I don't care, because if you get it, you get it. And there are definitely dots to connect here, but there is definitely a connection between, and unfortunately I do have to censor this word, rape culture and purity culture. They're two sides of the same coin. It's all about making women the target and blame for men's actions. Okay, you guys, I'm like actually mellowing out a little bit now, because I was like super rushed at first, because I'm like, oh my god.
Mixing purity culture with grape culture. I don't think I like that, honestly. Because I'll say I don't like that for the pure fact that girls aren't going to purity culture to avoid being, you know what I'm saying? The R word. I don't think that's what's happening. I don't think girls are like, oh, I'm dressing more pure for my husband because I don't want to be, you feel me? So I don't like the mix of that. I feel like the beginning was, why do you think you're better than me because you dress more pure and you want to be more pure for a husband you don't know? They're saying, why are you going out and, belittling yourself when you could be doing better for your husband? You're kind of both saying the same thing. It's just the fact that the going outside is a lot louder. There's a lot more people going out, and just odd that it's so like, that it's triggering. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would it be triggering? Honestly, I don't know.
I have to leave now, but I'm like, in there. I would also like to add that you probably don't want a man that is focusing on who is staying in on Halloween and is not going out half dressed. Men that care a lot, as someone, again, I have a degree in psychology, okay? So when I'm saying this, there's
so she be knowing some shit. She be knowing some shit. But okay. Okay. What's the psychology? Then look, if there's a psychology behind why a girl would go online and say, I'm staying inside for my future husband, what's the psychology of all the girls in the comments saying, ew, congratulations, loser? You know what I'm saying? Oh, awesome. We don't care. Oh, you're being a slave for a man you don't even know. Your man is already out here turning up. What's the psychology behind that? Is that like projection? You know what I'm saying? Is that projection? If you feel me? Like a girl wants to be more modest and she gets bullied out of being modest. I think that's, I don't think that's good either, to be honest. Telling all girls don't be modest, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you're ruining the fun. Come out, turn up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not necessarily telling them to do anything bad. Going out isn't bad, but you're on you're two sides of the same coin at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
studies backing the men who are more controlling or are more particular about what their woman is wearing have a tendency to be more physically abusive.
Please domestic consider victim. That didn't say anything about the clothes. Taking control over aspects of your everyday life, such as where you can go, who you can see, and what you can wear, when you can sleep. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot. At the end of the day, no one should be telling you what to do. Period. Like when it comes to shit like this, like where you can go, who you can see, what you can wear, and when you can sleep is actually kind of like that's super insane. No one should be telling you what to do and how to live your life, right? If somebody wants somebody that dress more modestly, find somebody that dress more modestly. You know what I'm saying? If somebody wants somebody that doesn't go out that much, find someone that doesn't go out that much. So, like, if you're in a situation where your person is trying to overbearingly control you, it's run immediately. You know what I'm saying? But, okay.
More particular about what their woman is wearing have a tendency to be more physically abusive or have tendencies of someone who is physically abusive. That right there goes to show what the dangers are and what the true underbelly of purity culture is.
I don't like that mix up. I don't like the fact that it's like, oh, you're dressing for the patriarchy and those men are abusive. I'm sure women don't like their man going out, meeting with certain people, doing certain things too. You know what I'm saying? Like there is, whenever it comes to bad people and good people, there is countless things that, overlay. You know what I'm saying? They overlap all the time. So I wouldn't say because your boyfriend says, I don't want you wearing that bikini to the Halloween party, means that he's going to be abusive or is abusive. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like saying that causes more harm than good. But hey.
I don't think I can find that orange blush that y'all love so much, but I am going to use something very similar. So let's do this. I still haven't finished my coffee from earlier, y'all. Y'all, this corset is tight, y'all, but I don't care, sister. It could be tighter. Those type of stats when it comes to men who care about what their women are wearing are very concerning. And I would actually argue, and I've seen a lot of posts like this from men, a lot of the most green flag men are the men who not only support their baddie girlfriend being a baddie, but also go out with their baddie girlfriend. Like, what? That's the point. Life is.
But that video is literally the same. So, okay, I'm starting to understand a little bit more. There was a trend of people saying what they're doing on Halloween. That's what it seems like. So her trend is her saying what she's doing on Halloween. We can't be mad at that girl for that. Because there could be plenty of dudes under this man's comment section and be like, yeah, but my wife, my baddie, she wouldn't want to go out half naked. You know what I'm saying? My wife would never. You know what I'm saying? Why does she want to be out? Why does she want to be half naked? You know what I'm saying? She could wear something that isn't half naked, but then again, her half naked probably different from my half naked. When I hear half naked, I'm thinking bikini bottoms. You know what I'm saying? Little, like this big. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit I'm thinking. Like, my girl for Halloween, like, she wore a little, it was like a top like this big. And then she was the girl from El Dorado. I don't know her name. The girl from El Dorado. And both of the side, like, she had a, like, dress and, like, it went down the bottom and then went down the back. But, like, the sides were, like, open and shit. Like, that, to me, wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? She definitely, I was like, you should be putting some shorts on under there and not no small type ish. You know what I'm saying? Not no bikini bottoms. You know what I mean?
Too short to be judging other people and to like be miserable, be a miserable Nancy. Like, just, ball out a little bit.
But that's also the thing. Being pure, staying inside, spending time with family is equated to being miserable. That's not good. I don't like that. I don't like to hear that. But okay.
That's all right. And that's not for everyone. Of course, that's not for everyone. Even for me, I'm like a little balance of the two. I'll definitely have my points where I'm like, I'm staying myself at home. It's like, it's not an introvert, but it's not an extrovert. It's like those people that love having like one-on-one time with their friends, can occasionally go out here and there, but also enjoy alone time and like to have their like person. That's me, 100%. So I do like to go out and have fun sometimes and like, party or go to clubs and go to concerts too. I've been loving concerts lately, but I also do enjoy my alone time. But if I was a homebody or if I was an introvert, I would stay my ass at home. But the problem is I wouldn't be trying to police other people or make other people feel bad for doing what they do, because that's their life, first of all. Second of all,
All right, correct me if I'm wrong. Bro. I honestly, I need to stay out of grown women business, bro. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, maybe I should stay out of women business. You know what I'm saying? But I was just watching the video, giving my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I am but a man. But ain't she policing the girls that want to stay inside? Don't be a miserable, no fun Nancy or whatever Nancy. Why you killing the fun? Or that's fun to y'all? That's what she thinking. And you thinking, oh, that's fun to you? You know what I'm saying? People have fun doing different things. But you are kind of policing the shorties that want to stay inside and want to do things to stay more pure for their future husband. I am but a man giving my humble man opinion. But that's what it does seem like to me. You know what I'm saying? And what am I doing? I'm watching both of y'all. I'm watching you talk about her and her talk about, girls that go out. Maybe I'm the problem. You know what?
Oh my God. Like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
Like I'm saying, bro, like maybe I'm just in women's business. Maybe I need to stay out of women's business, bro.
Not worried about other people. Just naturally, I don't really think that much about other people unless they're in my lives. But also, I wouldn't use that as a means to feel superior to other people. A lot of the comments were on this.
But then she says, misery loves company. Saying misery loves company is saying that she's miserable. Calling her a no fun Nancy or a whatever Nancy, vibe kill Nancy or something. That's making her seem bad. You are talking down on her. You're talking bad about her, and she talking, I wouldn't even say talking bad. It was a trend. But then she said that, and I'm sure girls were causing hell in her comments. Boy, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, anyway.
Girls asked, and they were funny as hell. So I'll read some comments while I do my lip liner.
Making decisions based off a man. Or maybe she's just making decisions for herself and she knows that those decisions will also make her future husband happy. And maybe she's looking for a husband that doesn't do these things either, which is okay. It is okay. Living for a man that doesn't exist yet is crazy. He does exist and he's out there and he is going to care about her past, and your future husband is going to care about your past too. You know what I'm saying? You know, some dudes are at a place where they won't even ask anymore because they don't even fucking want to know about that shit, because they know once they do know, it's going to burn their insides. You know what I'm saying? So yes, there's some dudes that be like, bro, I don't even want to hear about your past. I don't even want to hear how many, men you done been with, because it's just going to fuck me up mentally. You know what I'm saying? And is that good? No. I just watched a video about not too long ago, mind you. He crashed out, they had to call the police on bro because he throwing shit, dragging shorties by their hair, all type of, like, he's a crash out, top tier crash out, crazy at, you know what I'm saying? But she was talking with her friend, and it ended up slipping out, or they're talking, he overhears it, and she says she got 45 bodies. She tells her friend, his girl tells her friend that she got 45 bodies. Nigga crashes. Crashes immediately. Like, I do not condone the crash out. But the amount of agony I can imagine, bro. Hearing that shit, 45 bodies? Men do care about your past, and men do care about the shit that you do. We're in a climate now where men assume that it's bad already, and they just don't even ask anymore. You know what I'm saying? Is that good? Probably not. It's probably the opposite of good. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue through the comments, man. Whole lot of time he's at the whole time he's at the function. Anyway, my Halloween costume came in today. Like, is this not shaming a woman for staying in? Is this not shaming a woman? Interesting. Me and your future husband turning up while you stay at home. Yo.
I'm gonna pop the same color that I used for my blush in the middle of my lips.
That shit is funny,
a really long time ago, and I was fixated on them for a really long time, and I really do love them. I love the way that they kind of color match to your skin tone, if that makes sense. Like, they sit and settle into your skin, so it matches your skin type, or your skin tone, rather. Okay, is it giving Catherine Pierce? All right, let me do my eyeliner real quick. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of a wing as well, just because I feel like it's very fitting. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of gloss too, but I'm gonna do that a little bit later. But I do have some fake blood. I'm gonna, like, strategically drip it in the corner of my mouth. There we go. Another one. And then I'm gonna do, like, a drip down.
Is this the rest of it?
Yes, girl. I feel so messy. Like, I hate fake blood because I feel like I have to, like, because I'm very, like, I like to keep myself together. So whenever I feel. So this is a fit. I'm gonna tie this. This is a cute little corset. I got these cute little vampire-esque.
You see, like, this isn't even really half naked. If we're being real, like, my girl could wear this fit, I wouldn't feel no type of way. You know what I'm saying? But there are some fits out there that ain't right. Okay. This is a pretty good video. She is a psychology major, or she has a psychology degree. I don't remember which one she did, or which one she said she has, but she does something with psychology, so what she say probably better than what I say. But I do think that she was focused on one singular thing, and because of that, she's saying certain things that could be also flipped to what she's doing with the girls that were responding in her comments, giving her a fucking star on the forehead. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some psychology there as well. You know what I mean? There's a lot of other psychology things when you sit and think about, you can, you know, say, that don't really make no sense. But she was kind of focused on this specific topic. Now, the video is about that specific topic. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And her name, I think Boss Woman, what was her thing? Boss Girlified is her thing if you guys want to find her. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. This has been my longest video yet. So make sure you guys like if you made it this far. But other than that, I love you. Peace.